I guess I'm in a talkative mood today. It's Saturday and the weather kind of stinks down here, so I will talk to you some more. This is a topic that for beef people, and if you've done this a while, you've probably seen their bioluminescent eyes. It took me a while before I finally saw them, but I remember beef forbade it to be mentioned, and anyway. For the longest time. I think they finally acknowledged it later, but anyway, it just made this being seem supernatural and moneymaker. I think at that time was on the path to try to get government money, and you can start talking about a supernatural being if you were trying to go after grants and things like that. So anyway, all this said is this is a shot, of bioluminescent eyes when I was out in Texas with Laurie, and this was a really cool area where Kumbo and gosh, I forgot all those folks' names. That they talk about this one area where they got charged, and one of the bigs, I guess they pissed them off. The bigs hit the truck door as they were getting in, and all this stuff. This is the same area. And I had a more positive experience. In fact, I went down to that cul-de-sac where they had that happen. We had some really cool crap happen out there. And yeah, it was pretty intense. They definitely make a lot of noise down there. It was really a neat trip. But this is one moment in that trip where we were walking up a dirt path, and I felt like one of these guys was out there. And I can't get into, more or less how I feel that, but I could just sense them. And so I stopped and I turned to the person I was with, who's much more intuitive than I am. I can tell you that much. And I said to her, I said, I feel like one of them's right out there. And I pointed out to the woods. All of a sudden you hear this giant, like it sounded like a giant rock slam down on a log or a piece of wood or something. And you hear something just charging ass right at us. I mean, through that thick stuff that's in Texas. And I'm sitting there, and she's sitting there, and we're like, holy shit, this thing's coming right at us, this guy. And he straight at us, and then does a right turn right as he's at the point of the path. And she had the camera in her hand and had the sense to snap a picture as he had gone down and done a right angle, beelined it up the path and disappeared. And these are the eyes that we saw. We actually saw bioluminescent eyes as this guy approached us. And this is from the side. So that's one eye, that's another eye. And he had done this and turned up. And it was really wild. But yeah, I've seen bioluminescent eyes. And I can't even tell you, that's such a cool shot. It doesn't look like much to many people. Let me try. I'm not sure if I can make this bigger. Yeah. Anyway, it doesn't look like much to many people, but that actually happened, and she captured the moment. But yeah, I've seen white eyes, big old giant white eyes within 8 feet of me, laying. Guys laying on the ground, giant, silver dollar eyes. I've seen green eyes, 3 sets of them at one time. Me, Pat Rance, and another guy, Adam, up in Alabama. I mean, I've seen red eyes, only one time. Um, anyway, I've seen all kinds of stuff out in those woods. I've seen the little lights floating around and doing stuff in Alabama. Boy, I've seen all kinds of crazy stuff. But sticking to the topic, this used to be a taboo topic, and you also see, the haunted wood stories where they saw these glowing eyes and stuff. And it's funny because the bigs get, intertwined a lot of times with these haunted wood, or haunted area, stories. In many cases, it's them out there. So, all right, you guys have a good one, and thanks for letting me share.